Okay. Welcome to the thing. As you can see, we got special guest Loren Pookie.
First time long time listener, first time caller here to the woodshed.
and yeah, so we're figuring this out. This is a super big test. So we're doing the thing.
Because the last one failed and nothing has been released for a zillion years.
Mike's getting 20 miles to the gallon on the turnpike.
Sleepy life.
He was really upset when I showed him my average MPG on the way out, and it was 31 or 30.5 or something.
Know. My little Honda got 35 miles a gallon down to Uniontown and back today.
Anyways.
Watching my Volkswagen now.
All right. But welcome to this. And we're mirrored. I know we are backwards. I don't know if Davey's... I think he's backwards because the J Concept sticker that's... Why is there a J Concept sticker in the screen?
Because that's the sticker.
Is that blocking the light?
Actually, it benefits by doing that. It makes it worse.
It does drown out.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's just funny. So yeah, this is our first go around at this. So please excuse the non-professional visuals you're getting, and you can see the cameras moved in the woodshed to better accommodate two people in this sense, I guess, because Lauren's two Davies and Davies half a Lauren.
I'd say I'm more like 2.5 Davies.
Yeah.
I was 2 Davies in kindergarten.
Yeah, well. Point being, and like I can tell, my face is already washed out. That's bugging me. Now that I mentioned it, it's bugging me. Yeah, see how my here's a piece of paper and here's my forehead. I can live with that.
Yeah, you're not
see?
whitewashed.
Yeah, see, I was on to something. And now the mood set a little.
We may as well
I need heavier items.
We may as well just restart this. Oh.
See, it's dimmable.
Yeah.
Okay, now that I put a flannel shirt on top of my shop light we're using for woodshed lighting, we are good to go. Anyways, disclaimer. Somebody, anybody? Here it is. That's the wrong button. Davey's. Why?
I'm trying to make it better.
Why are we from the side?
You're supposed to be doing this through the disclaimer. You were supposed to hit the button.
Okay, here's the disclaimer. Disclaimer. You're about to listen/watch a podcast hosted by two dudes that swear, pound beers, and make bold statements. Viewer discretion is advised. Also, we don't intend to offend anyone, so if you do get offended from any of this, well, that's your problem. Now buckle up and enjoy the show. I just clicked okay, and we're back. I had the audio input super loud, so it was going to be an eardrum warning and blow out the speakers in everyone's vehicle. The 3 people that listen to us.
Yeah. One of them's here.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Davey's a little loud. Yeah, well, you're now you look like What are you going for? What's the goal? What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to get the lighting better and not a J Concept sticker on my face.
That's fine. It's not. This is all a test. Because now we got to get you Motorama pictures or photos or what? Photos, same thing.
Plaques.
Trophies instead of a old Dale Earnhardt backpack and a Max.
Well, fuck. What do you want from me?
Well, you're making the woodshed look professional, so maybe it's a good
You even
scheme.
got a fire extinguisher.
I'm making the woodshed look. I actually look like I'm probably in a fucking woodshed. There's the fucking door. Yeah.
He's got an air compressor in his woodshed. This is why I should have one.
Oh, I have the air compressor. It's over there.
Yeah, but the hose is right there.
The hose is right there. Comes down to right here. See? I can blow stuff and things.
Very nice. Just about it.
Oh, you did? Okay. Cool.
Yeah. No, I posted a picture of my computer with what we filmed up, like a picture of it of me, you, and Taylor sitting there in the hotel room. And I was like, we tried to do the thing we said we were going to do, and we did it. and then I went to put it all together, and it sounded terrible.
But it didn't work.
Yeah.
Okay. Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. So here's the part you're staying tuned for. So, anyways, we all went to Motorama, and Taylor, when you hear this, I'm sorry you aren't on this podcast. This was very impromptu with the Discord.
I'm right here.
Yeah, no, you're not Taylor. But we'll get Taylor on here next. And anyways, so
maybe a live recording from WOCRC. Get Taylor out this way.
We could.
Taylor. We got places you can stay.
Yeah. Where do we want to start with Motorama?
Why don't you talk about Duffy's
I'm
race
here
today?
Oh yeah, Duffy's race. Let's start with Duffy's race.
You can.
So yeah, I guess I was the only one that went out of this group.
Yeah.
So yesterday, I don't know, whenever you hear this past Saturday, we went out to March 1st. We went out to Richfield RC Raceway for a SPARC series. I know it's backwards, but just kind of, it was race 3 of the Sean Duffy's 3-round series with Dog Days RC. That's Sean's cool program he does, and like I talked about before, tons of raffle stuff, great racing throughout the day. We had 178 entries, I think it was.
Oh, wow.
So it was a record for Sean's Dog Days thing, like the whole, not just this series, but any of his races ever, and a record for Richfield Raceway.
Yeah, because the factory had 144 entries, I think it was.
And Trains and Lanes had like 130 some. So yeah, super cool about that. And this was like the greatest day of racing ever. It was super tight competition. Everyone was on the ball with going back out to Marshall. I had to cut a little bit of time in the second round. I didn't allow warm-up laps. Like as soon as my Marshalls were in place, I was like, turn them on. And then as soon as I saw cars move, I hit the loop. Because I did that, I gained more time to give everyone a lap and a half of warm-up before the main. So I'm like, if I cut time here, then you guys are going to want the time over here. So that worked out nice. Blacks were given out for the series. We had some ties, and we broke it up with a tiebreaker of the fastest lap for the day. Sean puts on an awesome program. Tons of sponsors joining in. Futaba.
Yeah, I was impressed when I went to the factory with you
ProTech,
guys.
Bastion RC doing the
stands. And
they donated a lot to the series. They donated the money for the winners of each race.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like there's tons of sponsors. Macklin. I'm trying to think of them all. Yeah, go check out Dog Days RC on Facebook.
You know who you are, sponsors.
Toby Hampson with 46 RC did the live stream for all the racing, of course, this one as well. Toby got to wheel a little bit today.
Did he?
Ran his Muggin 2-wheel.
Oh.
I ran the Slash class again.
Did you
had so much
disappoint
fun.
everyone like you did last time?
Yes. I was like, watch this, I'm going to do a hot lap. And then I cut the track, and I still ran like a 30-second lap.
Oh, God.
But because I would wait, because I didn't want to do a bad impression thing. Anyway, but
Is that better? A little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, and Richfield, that was my first time at Richfield, and it's literally just like everyone says, it's in the church. Like,
it's in a church.
Yeah, Aaron Benner, the pastor for the church, he was like, yeah. So whenever we're done today, we gotta like immediately tear the track up because tomorrow there needs to be 600 seats in here and a stage and a band and everything, and that's all getting set up tonight.
That is a big church.
And like literally, as soon as I said, "All right, the last main is over," bam, track's gone. Like they were so quick with tearing it up, tearing the pipe up, rolling the carpet. I was like I'm like the announcer's booth was on the side of the driver's stand, and I'm like literally printing out hot laps. And then the driver's stand just moved. Like, I'm sitting in my chair, here's my desk, and it just all went, and I was like, hands still on imaginary keyboard. I'm like, they're like, oh, we're sorry, we just gotta, I'm like, no, I get it, I don't want to be in your way. Like, did the thing, and then I just moved out of their way. But it was like, they put on a good they're very on the ball with everything they do, and it was very impressive. The food, favorite track food. Everything was made to order. Like nothing, no pulling hot dogs out of a roaster, But Yeah, I mean, we went to Trains and Lanes first back in December, then we went to the factory, then we went to Richfield, and it was an awesome series. My first time at all those tracks. Davey went to Trains and Lanes and factory. You went to factory with us.
Was this the last one in the series?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
Yes, and it was awesome. The whole series is just awesome. There's so many fast drivers, so tight racing, and I can't recommend it enough. You know, next one, next one, Dog Days of RC puts on. I highly recommend, if you have the capability to attend one of those races or series races, to go to it. It's a blast, and 170 entries. The doors opened at 7. We started racing about 10:05, and we were done racing right around 7:30.
And the track flowed nice, like at the factory.
Yeah.
The factory's not a huge track.
Yeah.
But it flowed really nice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of smaller tracks you go to, and there's no flow to it.
And even Davey, you said like Trains and Lanes worked really nice too.
And like from the live feed I seen of today, like the track looked really nice.
No, it was a blast.
Yeah.
It did look pretty sweet. You got like the half wall ride,
and it was huge.
And then the roller coaster on the left.
Huge. Yeah, it was huge. And that's where like the slash was fun, because I was hitting like all the points I needed to hit, but then it would just traction roll. And I was like,
slash things.
But it was a blast. Every time I traction roll, I just couldn't help but start cracking up laughing. But
I'm looking forward to the stock slash class at WO.
Oh yeah, we're doing a stock slash class at our local outdoor track, WOCRC. And it seemed Jared Henry got one.
Oh, did he?
Lonzo's gonna have one.
Gerard got a slash.
Gerard,
He's
yeah.
allowed to drive it with your car.
Mike and Chris is gonna get one.
I'm
Mike,
picking one up soon.
You're getting one. It's gonna be a big thing.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be at least 15 out there. It's gonna be scary.
That'd be nuts. I want to put them all on the track at the same time.
Pierre has a good point.
I
Nitro
was
slash
just gonna
would be
say
cool
that. If
too.
you're running the stock slash class, you got to run them all.
Well, so with the one add-on class, Sean had 13.5 short course. We had 12 or
all
13.
the same guys that were in open.
Well, yeah, but it was 12 or 13 entries worth. And I told Sean, I said, Sean, if we have a B main, it's gonna screw up everything for the main sheets because of how like you got to space everyone out so they aren't back to back and they aren't running the same car twice. Blah blah blah. I was like, if we have a B main, it's gonna screw up everything. We should just throw them all together because it's an add-on and it's for fun. And he's like, yeah, let's do it. And dude, I can't believe how clean of racing it was. And like I told everyone, I'm like, I know it's 12 short courses out there, like, so I'm gonna do my best to help keep track and call out. But like it was.
Well, you got.
It was good racing.
Track. You had a large enough track.
Yeah, and it's not like they were. Yeah,
out.
it's not like they were beating each other up and then waiting. It's just like they just weren't beating each other up like I thought they were. You know, it was very impressive. But so yeah, that was race 3 of the SPARC series. I mean, yeah, it was awesome. Shout out to Sean for throwing on the series, and I can throw a million shout outs and be here for the next 2 hours doing that. But y'all know who you are. Thank you. So, yeah, there's that.
Let's talk Motorama.
Rama. Davey, why don't you lead this one?
I don't even remember that because that was so damn long ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Close enough.
Davey and I got there 4 a.m.
Yeah, you guys are nuts.
First in line of the people to come out, you know,
Watch
per tradition.
Did Bobby beat you this year, or were you first in line?
No, because they camp there, so like that doesn't
don't
count.
count. That's
Yeah,
cheating.
like they are
That's
first in
cheating.
line. Like we don't set up in front of them, but like, track was interesting, and like I if you want to hear how the track was at Motorama come main day, go on Adrenaline RC and watch Jacob Hardison's video about it because he describes it way better than I could.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, if you want to hear about how the track was throughout the weekend, get on Adrenaline RC on YouTube or Facebook and watch Jacob Hardison's video.
What was your favorite part of the track? What was your favorite section? I personally really liked that left-hand side. That was really fun. That drop-off was kind of challenging. You know, I think I did the best with that left-hand side.
So, like, it felt like the 4 or 5 times I did it when I hit the big double in the back. And the car, like, springs up perfectly, and I scrub the lander perfectly, and I'm just doing what feels like 90 mile an hour through the sweeper, and it's sticking. That felt awesome. And then I go into that 5-pack or whatever, 4-pack, whatever it was.
5-pack, yeah.
Yeah. And, like, I'm doing it full throttle, and it just skips the tops of the jumps perfectly to where I can brake for the turn. And it's just so fast and so flowy, and, like, you feel right on the edge of control. Like, you feel like the car is bound to just, you know, float off into the air.
Yep.
The times it didn't, it was awesome. But then there's footage of in my C main, the main I was in with you, Dave, with E-Buggy. I was going around the sweeper, you know, flying around the sweeper Motorama like a bald eagle, and hit a pothole and messed up the front end of my hot rod.
The only time I tried to send that big double in the back, I literally had such a hard chassis slap that it cracked my battery, broke a rear arm, and then it was like the shot heard around the world. Like,
Yeah,
it was so loud.
It was loud. Wham!
How that chassis is not bent is a miracle, because I did look at it with a straight edge. It's fine. Impressive. Thanks, Techno.
Davey, what'd you think?
Tried not to.
You were
I
the
thought
short
it was
course
fine.
mongrel.
Huh?
You were the short course king for the weekend.
Well, you know, somebody had to be.
Well, how'd you like the short course?
I liked it. It was fun. Like I mean, it was nice to like drive something and not like be serious about it or care. So that's probably why I liked it too. But otherwise, it felt good. Like, yeah, short course.
Right.
I'll allow it.
How did it feel to do better with Alex's truck than he could do with his truck?
Well, he outqualified me, so
I think you outdrove him, though.
Oh, but I got last in the A main.
Where'd you place in the main? Where'd you place in your main? Were you in the A? Did he make it to the A?
In short course?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
He bumped up into the A.
That's right, yeah.
Because he got the interview with me.
Oh, yeah. You're a big superstar.
Yeah. I was never there before.
I would never know.
So, lo and behold, there I am at Motorama. And I get a text from Kevin Muma. Get a text from Kevin Muma, you know, half owner of LCRC with his wife Krista. And he's like, hey, do you want to do driver interviews for Toby? And like he was like, yeah, Krista was going to come down, but we were wondering if you might want to do it. So like in my head, I thought, oh, Krista's coming down and me and Krista are going to do them together. I'm like, heck yeah, I want to do that. That sounds sick. He's like, okay, go see Toby. So I go see Toby. He's like, so I wish I could do a British accent so I could do a good Toby impression, but I just won't even butcher it. But he's like, so yeah, Krista's not coming. You're doing the thing. I'm like, huh? And I was like, I never done the thing. He's like, you should be fine. I'm like, Toby, I've never done anything like that. Like, I talk into a microphone, basically talking to myself. He's like, yeah, you'll be fine. Okay. Long story short, I did the driver interviews for the winners of a C main and beyond, excuse me. Davey ended up winning his B main in short course, so I got to interview my good buddy, and that was pretty cool.
We did a thing.
Did a thing. Davey got to glue some tires and annoy everyone in the pits with his Dremel.
I got to glue them again.
Yeah.
That's when I glued them the second time.
Yeah.
We learned Alex can't spell.
Alex cannot grab the body.
That's right. We learned Alex can't spell 4 times. That was great.
Yeah, 4 times.
Welcome everybody to the
Slowest Fast RC Pod.
This is the body I painted for Davey.
PODAST.
It's mirrored, but you can see my improper spelling.
If you go on Facebook, you can see the post.
Yeah, if you go on the Slowest Fast RC Podcast Facebook page, you can see the post about Slowest Fast RC Podcast.
The thing that blows my mind
Very
is...
professional, by the way. Very
The thing that blows my mind is how many people looked at that.
Yeah, they're like, that's
We
cool.
pointed it out to, no one knows it, and then my grammar Nazi of a wife picks it out.
Like, that's the coolest thing I ever saw, or whatever. They did. No one said
They
that.
They definitely didn't. They were like, "What's this little Sharpie dick on here?"
Yeah, basically. So yeah, that happened.
I was kind of sad there was no photos of the white monster flying around on the track.
They started posting pictures of my e-buggy last year, during Motorama this year. 'Cause
Yeah.
Williard sent one to me, and he's like, "Is this your old ass techno flying around?" I was like, "Yeah, but that's from last year. I got a new ass techno now. I'm just as slow, but." So we're recording again. I had to fix some audio. Sorry, the audio's shoddy there in the beginning, but we're back to it. Motorama. We tried to do the podcast in the hotel room, Davey, Taylor, and myself. And the problem was, grab that little black box. Excuse me. My voice is shot from announcing all day.
Speak with your chest. You
Yeah, right.
Speak with your chest, son.
We were using these little,
Scotty
and it's
himself.
probably picking up now, but using these little lapel mics for the podcast in the hotel room, and I had one on Davey and one on Taylor, but because it's two mics, but it has one receiver, so the computer only recognizes it as one mic, and Davey talks at a different frequency and noise level than Taylor talks, so I'd just kind of threw a fucking tune on it. And it worked terrible. It didn't. I tuned myself out of the ballpark at that deal, and Taylor was basically muted. I was echoing like crazy, and it was unusable footage that I wasn't willing to put out because it was.
We strive
unusable.
for quality here.
Yeah, and to some degree, here
Quality
we are
at the
mirrored.
woodshed.
Yeah, Motorama was cool. I got 13th in the in the A-Main. Davey, what'd you get?
Don't remember. The plaque is upstairs.
We did get Scotty to sign some plaques for us, some leftover plaques. That was cool.
We got Scotty to sign plaques. We did the things we were telling people.
We got
were gonna
Mayfield to
get
sign the beer
signed.
cans, and Mayfield and Lutz to re-sign their prior Motorama trophies there.
Right. I got Lutz to sign my Invisible Speed book, which is actually in the pit of despair underneath the laptop, so I'm not getting it out. And I had him sign my Ryan Lutz shirt that I got at LCR.
Jeez,
Where are you
boy.
going?
Making me sick.
I am sick, yeah. But I got him to sign my shirt. It has survived 2 times through the wash now, the signature stuff.
That's good. That's good.
If I ever see him again, I think I'm going to hang.
If I got something autographed, that'd be the last thing I'd do.
He was literally wearing it Sunday when I came down to Tony's. I'm like, isn't that sure you got autographed? He's like, yeah.
Why not?
I'm like, what was the point of getting it? He's like, I want to wear it.
I'm like,
You gotta leave the
What's so weird
stank
about
on
that?
it, Davey. You gotta leave the stank on
I'm
it.
never washing this shirt again.
I'm going to frame it. And then you took his tires again.
Uncle Mike is home.
Good. Glad to know you made it home safe, Uncle Mike. I must have my project done.
Your A-scale short course.
Mm-hmm. Almost have it done. Once you look around for what body posts you have, I think I'll be set.
Yeah, I just haven't done that.
No, yeah, I don't care. But I am looking forward to that class. And the big appeal for me to an 8-scale short course truck is being able to keep one style of tires with me for outdoor racing.
No, that's going to be definitely a game changer. And you with going to e-buggy tires on your short course, you're going to have a million more options on what to run.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because like with my short course, I'm either running whole shots or positrons.
Yeah,
I don't bring anything else.
I think I'm getting away from ellipses this summer for WO.
Now that double
like the
bars are a
positrons.
thing. Well, positrons are great too. If we're comparing to ellipse, I'm going to say one's better. I don't know.
I think the positrons hold up better too.
Davey, input. You're being quiet.
I don't have either of those tires, so I wouldn't have.
You gonna get your nitro buggy out this summer
We'll try to.
with 1 million CST diff oil in the shocks?
1 million.
2000. It's 2000.
Jeez.
Just diff oil. There it is. Just waiting to get that Ronda engine in there.
Yeah. Where is that? That's over there somewhere.
Still in the box. Still probably has the tag on it.
He's got it on a shelf
Yeah.
in a glass case.
I put the box inside of another box.
So, speaking of boxes, storage. Mike.
I saw somebody was there with douche boxes. It
Yeah,
was on
there was a
camera.
Milwaukee, but Mike had just a douche bag or a douche canoe.
Oh yeah, he's got
Right.
the OGO canoe.
Mike had a douche canoe, and we'll call it a douche pack because it was an OGO backpack,
Right.
and then his car. That's it.
He packs
Must be
pretty
nice.
light.
That's all he needs for 10 scale race. And then like he was telling me, he's like,
Well, he also
yeah, I
only runs
did.
one car.
Well, he was like, I did so many changes to this thing. Like, well, you set me up, blah. So like, I don't know. Like, we talked a little bit about what all he did. But, like, I don't know what he carries for spare parts. You know, but like.
But if you're only running one 10 scale car, you should be able to fit all of your crap.
Yeah, and
inside
if you're
of it.
doing it on carpet, you're really only gonna bring 2 sets of tires max. Usually one set of tires for that car.
Still, only one car in a douche canoe, you should be able to do everything in it.
Yeah, well, there's no reason I can't go racing with just my backpack in my car. If I'm racing a 10 scale buggy on carpet. Because I'm going to have the car ready to go.
That's
my
what you
charger,
did.
my radio in the bag.
I'm pretty sure when we went to Iron City, you literally had all your
No,
stuff in a
I
grocery
brought-
bag.
Well, maybe. I have just thrown my tire. I've had the tire bags rather than the tire coffin. That's how I did LCRs.
I've been working at,
And I was all packed up and ready to go too. I sort of condensed. Like I was gonna have only two. I was only gonna have the pit of despair in the drawers, and then I had my tire box and my radio. And I think that was it. That was gonna be it. So like I actually like condensed. Like so basically every time I've gone racing since I've had this red shit, I've like had to reorganize and been different every time. So I was proud of myself that I actually managed to condense it, you know, somewhat, but didn't get to use it. Yay.
After all this talk of douche boxes, douche bags, douche canoes, correct?
Canoes.
I've been working on trying to consolidate my douche boxes, and I've gotten pretty good at it, especially having to roll, 3-4 deep in a Volkswagen Golf.
I have a roof rack now.
It's not on it.
It does have a
And it does have holes in the door jambs to put the bars across. So now I just need to get the bars to go across, and then I have the roof rack.
I saw one today. I saw a white GTI with the bars.
My dad was asking me last night. He's like, "Is your buddy going racing with you?" I'm like, "Well, one of them." He's like, "Is it the buddy with the truck?" I'm like, "Well, he can't make it. He's got to work." Like, okay. He's like, "Well, like when he does go, why don't you guys take his truck?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" It's like, "Why do you take your car?" I'm like, "Well, I get better fuel mileage." And he's like, "Well, his truck can't get that bad." And I'm like, "It doesn't." And he's like, "But you can fit so much more stuff," or like, I'm like, "Yeah, you're right," but like,
Fit a lot of douche boxes.
it's like it's fun to me at least to show up at the track and open a door and then everything fall out.
When you guys rolled up to LCRC, or what did you pack after the cancer race last year?
So
I needed paint. You go,
Davey, we can't fit the tent. Go ask Jim if he can take it. Davey comes back with his tail between his legs. So Jim's not taking the tent. I'm like, well, then your tent's fucking staying here because we're not taking it.
You guys won so much shit in the raffle. You didn't have room to spare. I needed paint. You're like, it's either on the left-hand side door or the right-hand side door, or it might be tucked where the seat should go in the rear.
Yep.
But now with the roof rack, it's good. I think we can definitely fit 3 people to go A-scale racing. Each of those 3 people having.
Roof rack's going to be a game changer for sure. Because roof rack, basically, what goes on the roof rack is tables, chairs, and the tent.
Yeah,
Put tire coffins
Yep.
up there.
you could like I could lug my tire coffin. Well, my tire coffin's not weather sealed.
You have a bigger tire coffin than anyone I know.
Yeah, well, I put my cars in it too.
So Uncle Scott has a pretty big tire coffin
Uncle Scott has
section.
16 tire coffins.
I watched him put the tailgate down on his truck one day, and it was just all tire bins.
But I was explaining to my dad, because my dad's like, "What are you going to put on the roof rack?" And I'm like, "Well, I could put my douche boxes." And he's like, "What's a douche box?" So then I had to explain to him all that theory. And then that's what led into, why don't you just take your buddy's truck? And I'm like, well, why would I take my buddy's truck when my car is a roof rack? But he's like, your car doesn't have a roof rack. And I'm like, yeah. He doesn't get it.
Your dad
I'm not
cracks me up.
complaining because I'm not driving. I'm not built for road trips.
Yeah, I can do road trips no problem if I'm driving. If I'm riding passenger seat, I get bored in 20 minutes and just want to jump out of the car and see what happens.
When we left the factory, I had a
See
hard
what
time
happens.
staying awake.
For me, like, I do fall asleep, but like I just get incredibly bored.
Well,
I'm
I
like-
think you're also supposed to be medicated, but
Maybe true.
what are we looking forward to this outdoor season's coming. I'm pumped for it. I can't wait for WO's opener. Any
Yeah,
other big races you're looking forward to?
all of LCRC.
Yeah, I'm hoping before the baby comes to hit as many races in the spring and early summer before little one comes.
Well, I'm obviously doing all of WOCRC, all of LCRC, and then gonna try to do what I can at Tim's and 412 in between. And then there's a group of us talking about going to the tilt yard.
Where's that at? I've heard that track name before.
It's like West Virginia or
Ohio,
something.
isn't it?
No, it's south. How Mike was explaining it today, because we talked about it on the way out. He said like elevation changes. Like he said, like
On the
It's
track.
it's like
It's the
80
tilt
feet
yard
of
because
elevation
everything is-
difference.
Everything is tilted. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing that is flat apparently, nothing that is straight apparently. It's just
I would like to go to Browns once.
I do too.
Unfortunately, the X-ray challenge is literally right when the baby's due,
Yeah.
so that ain't gonna happen.
But if like tilt yard, because it's a group of LCRC guys that want to go, and I'm telling them like, let me know. And if it's like one that's not racing at WOCRC, or I already don't have a thing outside RC
Yeah.
planned, I'm gonna go.
or go into adrenaline or something. Because they raced today too, didn't they?
They race next weekend.
I think they're 10 scale next
10
weekend, right?
No,
And then
8 scales next weekend.
Oh, then did they race? Didn't they have a 10 scale race one weekend?
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe
They
raced
did
10
race
scales.
today.
That video of the track walk.
Well, I definitely want to do adrenaline outside at some point. This
Yeah,
year.
absolutely.
I want to go try the outside thing. And their spring fling is
So we've learned we want to do all
Yeah,
of
March
it.
22nd or
Yeah.
something.
What'd you say, Davey?
So what we've learned is we want to all do all the things. You know,
Yes.
big surprise.
Yeah.
And then at some point go like race silver dollar, you know.
Yeah. We'll be at Thornhill for the Nats.
Yeah,
We'll be
yeah,
there.
naturally.
Hey, Nitro Buggy.
Nitro
We can
Buck.
go.
Got the nitro. I'm the pig guy. I got the holster.
You are the pit bitch. Yeah, the holster.
Davey can be, or not Davey. Lauren can be the volunteer marshal for us.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lauren. Thanks for
Go
volunteering.
stand for a
Thanks,
half
Pookie.
hour or 60 minutes.
That.
I'm gonna be walking
Um,
around at LCRC this summer, like, hey, $50 on Marshall
Yeah.
for you.
Hey, people do that.
I know they
apparently.
do.
They're- yeah.
You wait till till
Well,
my son's of age. I'm gonna make him.
One
go out
guy.
and make
It's
some
like
money.
where I think he's marshaling. He doesn't marshal. He
Yeah.
pays people to do that for him. And we were just like,
We were like,
you
what?
can do that.
How do I make this?
It's like he hasn't marshaled in years. We're like, is there something wrong with? He's fine. He just pays people to marshal for him. Why didn't I think of that?
I don't know.
That was when we were looking for RC8 parts.
How'd you like the videos from Kickin'?
What do you mean?
The videos I sent you from Kickin' of me walking around Kickin'.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was at
You'll have to show me this because I've never seen Kicking Dirt.
well, I was there seeing Judd.
oh,
Tuesday.
Give him his money 'cause he didn't see
okay.
it.
So
right?
I was like, Judd, can I like take some pictures so when people ask me if you all are gonna open up the track, I can show them why you aren't.
Show him that no.
Yeah. But I took a Snapchat video and I sent it to Davey, and like I walked up to the booth is still there.
Oh,
So,
really?
like, and like they still have the last heat sheet from the last race that ran. So I like took a video of that and then took a video outside the booth. And this is where Davies and I, announcing and friendship started basically. So I like took
Okay.
took a video of the booth and then took a video where the track was, and then Davey responded with Marshalls, anybody, somebody.
I wish.
So what we need to do is clear all the vehicles out of there, re-pour the floor, and put some carpet, and we run touring cars. Hey, what? Oh, sorry.
No, we have 2 places to run touring car already.
I wish it was still
No,
open.
no,
I
what's
could
wrong
walk
with
there
three?
from my house.
If we do if any track gets built anywhere near an hour from here, and it's not indoor dirt, I'm gonna have a serious talk with the owner. Be like, hey man, you
You
can
just don't understand, man.
you can do things. We need indoor dirt around here bad, and like nothing against carpet,
Dirt's cooler.
Yeah.
but like I like dirt personally. I like dirt better. If I would have no problem running a 2-wheel buggy every weekend on high bite indoor clay.
I agree with you on the dirt subject. Like, I mean, I haven't been in the hobby as long as you guys have, but I've got enough time now to play with, to munch carpet and to play on dirt, and dirt is a lot more fun.
No, I get the carpet attraction. Like, I get it, and I get some people are strictly carpet. Like, I was having the talk with one of the racers today at Richfield, and Richfield apparently is working on putting up a building.
Oh, really?
At some point, yeah. So they can have a track in the building rather than in, the
tear down
the pews.
And set up.
So, and I was like, I made the comment just like under my breath. I was like, hopefully it's going to be dirt. And the guy next to me was like, oh, we need carpet. And I looked at him real funny because I never had someone tell me they prefer carpet over dirt.
Well, I don't.
So that caught me off guard.
Well, one, I don't think they'd want to maybe step on LCRC's toes, and they don't have any other carpet tracks.
Well, yeah, no, this was a joke that I said, but yeah, you're right. And even if they did indoor dirt and just ran in the summer or the winter, I mean, that's what bumps and jumps in LCRC used to do. When LCRC was done for the season, bumps and jumps opened 3 weeks after, and they'd run through the winter. And then when Bump and Jumps closed, LCRC would open 3 weeks after. That was the thing back in the day. So from what I'm told,
that's what we need more of.
But
more tracks,
yeah,
everywhere.
But anyways, me and the guy agreed it's going to be turf. And this is under all the people that are actually paying and doing the work and everything. But me and this racer agreed that it has to be turf. He's like, we'll meet in the middle and make it turf. I'm like, which to my understanding, it's like carpet, but a little bit different. I don't know.
Yeah, I was just talking to a guy today that used to race turf, and they said if it was like a longer turf, the cars would act goofy because how the traction, like the cart or the
they'd roll over.
Yeah, it would roll the surface. What do you run tire wise on turf? Like just big pins,
big tall spikes,
big pins.
Yeah, it's big over in Europe land, right, Davey?
Turf is everywhere in Europe.
Yeah.
Right?
Did that track you run on? Did it have a turf section?
What track? Oh no,
We were in Italy.
Nope. Concrete and tile.
You went to Italy and raced RC cars? That's something.
No, Davey's Italian, if you can't tell.
Well, yeah, I can't pronounce his last name.
And it ends with a
He
vowel.
always uses his hands when he talks.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, it was not carpet. It was concrete, tile, and metal with and maybe some scaffolding as well.
Was this Brazil?
Some rebar showing from some of the concrete. It was wild, but it was awesome.
I have noticed a lot of those tracks over in Europe, they use cobblestone and all kinds whatever the surface was they had.
Surface changes. Well, it's not even surface they had; it's what they put in.
Oh,
because it's off-road. It's a challenge, and that I want to do a concrete section so bad because we have the concrete layer, and under the clay there's a chunk of concrete.
Just do it.
It's been talked about for the past 10 years of the track in existence.
Stop talking about it. Just do it.
Well, no, it's been talked about, and all the racers don't. Well, 99% of the racers are don't ever do that. And I get it, but
can't make it.
And it's only for a hairpin anyway.
Yeah, and they're like, well, your car's going to be skatey in there. That's the point. That's the whole point.
You're probably it's the same people who are probably already complaining that they don't have any grip anyway somehow.
Put in a 2B gravel section. Let them really know what loose is.
Or a sand pit. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Sand feature would be wild.
I don't know, different terrains, and this is all of America, from what I see and experience in our local area. Having different terrains would be, I think, cool.
Yeah,
it would make it. I feel like a lot of track surfaces are just getting too uniform. I get it. You're chasing the speed at that point. Faster lap times, everything like that. But in my opinion, that dulls it.
I forget which podcaster who specifically talked about it, but that's what they were saying is American I think it was Wheel and Trigger. They were saying how American tracks and European tracks are so different because American tracks, in a sense, are all groomed and nice and flat. The jumps and the landers are great, and there's
But it's
minimal
just
like
turn,
craters.
jump, turn, jump, turn, and jump.
Yeah, but if you
wanna
like
race
watch
on
a
if you want to race on a uniform section all the time, just get race carpet.
But if you watch like races overseas, like the craters they get, you could swallow the Motorama track with one of those craters, And it's like, yeah, it's just what happens. It's character. Tally.
And they don't do track changes in Europe as frequently as we do on our tracks over here. So
That's the other thing, yeah. And I think that's where we can get away with the
and when there
groominess.
are those sections, they have to work them into the layout. Like the Redovan track, there's the cobblestone rhythm section, and then there's like another brick hairpin down on the other end side. So like you can only do so much changing the layout because you ain't changing that stuff.
Yeah, you can't just
there.
pick up. I mean, I guess you could pick up.
They
stone,
really
but-
like their like over under features too. Like bridge features.
Yeah, those are sweet.
Yeah.
There was a bridge when I went. It had a bridge too.
I was talking to Mike one time. I was like, "What do you do like if you really can't see line?" He goes, "You just send it."
Yeah, no, it's pretty much it.
But the one you had to like send it under the bridge, and under the bridge you couldn't see the apex of the turn. So like you came over the bridge, you were going right to left. You did like a kicker double, and landed. Turned 90 degrees, came over the bridge facing right towards you, and did another 90 that, came down, and you went back to the right over like a cobblestone double-double with a cobblestone hairpin. And then you went, full bore around the 180, hair down under the bridge, where it was like cobblestone in the corner, but then dirt, but then like concrete under the bridge too, and under the bridge was the apex of the turn, a 90-degree right to go basically drive straight away from you full bore over a concrete double. But you literally, the apex of the turn was a concrete wall, like, and you're going at it like almost full wood, and you're going under the bridge, which was a metal grate, so like you sort of saw but couldn't see, but like it was like here we go,
Yeet.
Nobody over there was complaining. No, if you bring that over here, everybody will whine and cry that I'm gonna hit that and break my car. It's like, well, the divider for the front straight, which wasn't like for the front straight to divide the track from the pit lane, was I swear it was those concrete things in the parking lot, in the front of the parking space.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? The log things in the front of the parking space?
Log.
I swear it was those things just stacked up a few high. Yeah. Worked great. Weird.
There's something else I've noticed too. Some of the funnest races to watch are like the box stock classes, or like tonight at the race I was at, they ran a what they call it, tough truck class, like monster trucks. So like Stampede chassis. What's the arm of the Gorgon?
Granite.
Whatever.
Granite.
Yeah,
Or Granite, whatever.
Oregon,
But-
whatever.
That was.
actually.
It's not fast-paced racing, but it's interesting to watch because you're limited on what you can, and that's why I'm excited about the box stock / class this year.
And like that's where there's like a whole separation, because it's like, yes, this Techno e-buggy or whatever brand, whatever flavor is easier to drive because it's designed to do this.
Yeah.
But it can also go so fast once you learn how to drive it and do all these things that make it hard to drive. But when you know how to drive it, it's not hard to drive for you because you're good at racing and it's so fast. But you can't make a box stock,
No.
a box stock Stampede or something be fast on an off-road track. You can make it get around and handle, but there's only so much you can do, so you can't sit there and tune and test all day
No.
until it's this
Well,
fastest thing
people
on
are
Earth.
gonna find things to do.
Oh well, I already
That's what happens when you put regulations in.
Yeah,
Gray
well,
areas.
You put in gray areas.
That's
on
what
purpose.
racing is. Gray areas.
It'll be fun.
Gonna be interesting.
It'll be interesting.
I think we should come up with a bounty for every / race.
Well, that's
Whoever's TQ in the / they get a bounty on them.
I
You
think
can
that's how
outdo
this
'em.
is gonna work. It's gonna be like a side thing. Like it's gonna be pre-entry, and then it's gonna be like, all right, all Slash people come to the booth. All right, if you put in $5 each,
A pot.
yeah, then like it can be like A, winner take all, or B, winner takes 50%, second takes
And then the half
30, and
for the end.
I can already see
You know?
Lonzo grinning coming out of the driver's booth with that wad of money in his
With his-
hand. Cigarette in his mouth.
with the coolest hair out of all the 50-year-old racers. Sidebar. I said so many funny jokes over the mic today while announcing. And like every time I'd like crack a joke and then I'd be like, and I'd just look around
Someone
the
pay
track
attention to me.
and like no one's like I see no reaction and I'm like, yep, there's the crickets. Anyways, this guy's on a 15-5, whatever.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, speaking of things, I got 4th in the points series for Slash.
How?
I think because the 2 times I ran, there was only 4 people.
Those were
and I
sympathy
got
points.
last, so my points were good.
Those were sympathy points.
Yeah. That's fun.
I literally, what did I say to you? I was like, if you lose, when we went to the factory, I was like, if you lose the Slash race, I'll never let you live it down. And what did you do? You lost. You lost.
Yeah.
You tried hard for that loss.
Yeah.
You and that guy, whoever was in second to last place,
Donnie.
you guys just had your own race.
Donnie.
I wasn't even paying attention to anyone else. I was just watching
Every
you
time
two.
we'd bump into each other in the main, every time like he'd scrape me, I'd just be like, Donnie. It's fun though, and like yeah, we crack jokes. I'm not good at this, and we just crack jokes. They're like, oh, you can't lose to a Slash, but I'm racing a Slash the whole time.
I think
And
it's
like, but there's fast people that race Slash, and I'm not fast, and so like, it's not like a beginner class. Like it is, it's meant to be a beginner's class, but you put a Slash in my hand. You take, if we go to the store, if me and Ryan Mayfield go to ACS Hobbies, and I grab a red Slash, he grabs the blue Slash under it, because all of a sudden me and Ryan Mayfield are best friends, and we're going to ACS Hobbies.
I got signed beer cans, bro.
Yeah, he has on beer gun. He pinched me because I'm
you're
dreaming.
dreaming.
Anyways,
Did you give
hypothetical.
Pookie his beer can?
I get a red one, he gets a blue
I gotta
one.
grab it tonight.
I get a red one, he gets a blue one. Same thing, BL2, S12 turn, whatever. They're both identical. We take them out of the box at whatever track, and we go on the track. Mayfield's going to put 18 million laps on me because he's been there before. He's been doing this shit for 20 years or longer.
Yeah.
I think
He pays his mortgage off of it. Me, I do it so, I have fun.
all I can say is I think we're gonna see a bunch of Slashes this summer.
I would love to.
I think we're gonna.
I'd love to.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Pierre show up with 2 Nitro Slashes.
Those exist.
I know.
Those
I
exist.
forgot
Got
that
us
we
the
were.
old Slayers,
He and
son.
I were just talking about that. I forgot
No,
they
that's a
still
different
existed.
one. No, Nitro Slash is a thing.
Oh,
Rear-wheel
it's
drive.
a
Yeah.
own thing.
Yeah, it's its own thing. Yeah, that's why I said to you I forgot they existed. When I was looking
I
at
don't know if they
Slashes the
still
other night.
do,
Yeah, you
but
can still
they
buy
did.
them. Yeah,
Nice.
they still sell them. They're like $350, I think, for a Nitro Slash. And they're running a promo now. If you buy one, you get like $100 worth of stuff. Like, you can get fuel, igniter,
Is it the
whatever.
Lutz blend?
Is it the Lutz play?
Probably not.
It's the Basher blend. That's 20% oil, son. That you will not blow this engine up on this oil, son.
That you guys tune to.
Yeah,
That's that woodshed blend.
that's that woodshed blend. OSs hate it.
Hopefully we get some more nitros to W this year too.
Yeah,
like to see that.
So
you're listening to this, if you're one of the 8 people that run Nitro and come to WOCRC, bring them out this summer.
Mikey and I were talking about it. Nitro just isn't a big thing in our area.
It's not. It's
And like we got in and he's like, why isn't there why was it, 7-8 years ago or whatever, WOCRC would have like 150 entries at the state champs and not today. And I'm like, well, okay, I'm going to dissect this for you because this is a thought I have when I lay awake at night. Like, okay, so one, different economy.
Yeah.
Like, not being political, just economy's different.
People don't have the spending money that they
You
used
know,
to.
and so there's that. A bunch of the locals that live down the road from the track just don't race anymore. You know, their kid got older, or they wanted to play with quads or go out on the boat or whatever their other hobby is. They want to
Life
do that
happens.
more. And Jeremy McGuigan is a great guy, had a great following and lots of connections, and put on a great race. You know, that speaks volumes, because you can call in favors for raffle items, and you know, when McGuigan can get $10,000 in merch for raffle items, that's going to bring in entries right there, especially when you already travel around all these races. It's like, oh, my buddy McGuigan's running this race, you got to come down with me, and then this guy brings 8 people, this guy brings 8 people, blah 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 blah.
Posse effect.
Yeah. So there's that. There's a list of reasons why it's not the thing it is today in that aspect. But with Nitro too, Nitro just isn't a thing in our area, and I don't know exactly why.
You think it's track size?
No, I don't know.
Because electric. That's all.
Yeah, like I can't see why track size would make a difference.
I don't know.
We got 2 tracks that run Nitro, 412 and WO.
Oh, 412 runs Nitro.
Tim's
I've
not
never
gonna
even
do
seen
it.
Nitro
If they
there.
show up, they'll run them.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, no, I've just never
they got
seen
the
them there.
stand.
Is Tim gonna do it? I mean,
No,
is he gonna bother
because
putting
something with the lease or his neighbors or something. It's a
Noise,
sound
maybe,
thing. Yeah.
That makes sense.
No, it's a sound thing. He doesn't run Nitro, which I get. You know, but
Does
we-
Browns get a big
Apparently
Nitro
all
crowd?
8 of
I
them
think
were gonna-
Browns does get a good Nitro turnout, and like maybe it is size. And
That's
I
what
just
I'm
don't-
wondering.
you know,
If it's not, it's
I mean,
because Browns is bigger,
yeah.
LCRC's bigger, you know.
And they're like meant for it too.
But like
you know?
there we were at Adrenaline a month ago.
And they were running them. Yeah, there was like
10
more of them
degrees
there
outside.
that day
Yeah,
than you
yeah.
probably
Cold
ever had
as
at
can
a
be
WO.
running them
Yeah,
indoors.
like there they are, which
Yeah,
is
running
awesome.
in like 20 degrees. Yeah, it's like you people were kind of crazy. It's like, okay, come on. Like I know Nitro's the glory here, and I want to do it just as much as you, but like it's 20 freaking degrees outside.
Is
We're
it
close
that
to going
glorious?
window.
You know.
Like, come on. Like we can wait till the sun comes out and it's warm outside. You know, it's just an outdoor activity. Yeah.
There is something just awesome.
I gotta tinkle.
LCRC, the cancer race. That was such an awesome experience to see that many nitros running. It was
Yeah.
that was so
like,
cool.
they're out running free like how they're supposed to. Like you see on the internet. They're
You ain't
doing-
in a building, your eyes ain't stinging. I mean, that's part of the appeal to it as well, I guess. But like,
and it's a big track, they can stretch their legs and rev out and do all the
Yeah.
things, and
hearing
Yeah,
them rev
it's-
out's fun. It's
they're
that-
at home there.
that cancer race was such a shout out to LCRC. They really do. Like that place is like an adult playground. That was so much fun. That was such a fun experience last year. I look forward to this year. It's gonna be a blast.
Yeah, it is. I would imagine. It usually is.
We had our little raffle tent section. I think our tent section spent the most money on anyone else on the property.
For sure, it had to have. It had to have.
I think Alex won every
Like,
at least
At
5
least
of every little
50% of all
yeah,
the freaking
Alex won
raffle.
at least like 5 of every little raffle item you could have between beer koozies and 3D printed wings.
Yeah, or whatever, little wing thing. Yeah, look, I still got mine.
Those
See?
wings have come in handy. I have mine too. Yeah.
Heck, that's how I got the Ryan Lutz shirt. That's how we got the Mayfield trophy.
This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a fun summer. There's gonna be a lot of good racing this year. I'm looking forward to it. I'm done. I'm ready to be done carpet racing, and I just want to race on some dirt.
Always been done carpet racing.
Just do it
I
for
mean, I-
something to do.
Live
Like,
with being inside a little for the rest of it a little bit, but I did, carpet.
there's something about being outside though too.
Oh yeah,
Nice
I mean,
fresh
I like-
air.
I like being up here in this part of the world because it makes you do all the things. Like
Oh,
if I
yeah.
lived in California and I could run like 10 scale, all season or run 8 scale all season, I wouldn't know what to do. I probably wouldn't do any of it because I wouldn't know what I would want to do. So it's actually really nice living where we live because, when the summertime, it's nice. You play with the big cars. As soon as it gets a little chilly out, guess what? We're going inside and we're heating, frickin' throwing down
Touring cars.
scale cars. Yeah, let's go. I'm fine with that. It forces you to do both, and I'm fine with it.
You see, there's a company that come out with I can't remember give me a second because I don't want to say the wrong name. But they come out with a 3D printed touring car chassis. And it's a nice entry-level product, and apparently they're pretty good.
The GTO one isn't, but yeah.
It's the company is Team Quick, QIK Racing. They have a 3D printed. It's like kind of pan car style. They have a couple different iterations of it, but I think it's like for the whole kit, even with a servo included. I don't know if they run a goofy size servo or something. It's like
$150 or something. I think that's
150 to like 225 range, but
yeah,
they look well built.
Pan car thing, yeah.
Yeah. They look well built.
Yeah.
Speaking of get a hobby today, had I think it was like it looked like an Arma infraction, like 7 scale, 5th scale, 7th
Massive.
scale, but with a NASCAR body on it.
Oh well, Big Dogs is doing those conversions to like the 5Ts and 5Bs.
Oh yeah,
with like these old like Bowlink or some Parma brand quarter scale stock car bodies.
Yeah.
And then they like cut them a little bit to where they're 5th scale compatible or whatever. And they're making for their outdoor asphalt oval.
It literally looked like if you took your little TLR there and just boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
It was.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Whoever
like,
did the body did a nice job.
I love seeing the videos of the massive oval cars on like YouTube and stuff. That's just, I don't know. Like, toys are awesome, and then they're even awesome when they're bigger, but for some reason they aren't as interesting when they're full size. Like,
yeah. Those are guys in there driving around at 200 miles an hour.
That's literally like, I'd rather be holding the controller from a million feet away doing 50 mile an hour for whatever reason.
I will get
but spend the same amount of money the whole time,
I will get one of those low C5Ts, and we will be sending it at WO sometime. I will.
Well, Shaggy brought
has.
his. He brought it to
has.
WO the one time.
Oh, really?
Not this past season, the season before. He came with Halen, and he brought his trailer, and he just had like a bunch of cars with him. And after race day was over, he put his 5T on the track, and he's like trying to do the doubles, and it's just like didn't seem like it had the torque. Put it in Gavin's hand. Gavin's like hitting the quad. It's perfect every time.
I don't know if they. I think they did it once last year. Schaefer's had a deal with is that Lakemont Park in Altoona, the amusement park? But they ran them on their go-kart track.
Oh.
Some 5Ts, and then what's the other one? The HPI
Bajas,
the buggy 5th scales. They ran those out there as well. I guess they had a couple and they're messing around.
Well, RC SPARC Studio, one of my favorite videos or video series was the Big Dirty.
Never seen that.
It's a 5th scale race he puts on at his old house. That it was basically him and all of his RC buddies had.
He's that guy up in Canada, right?
Yeah, they all had low C5Ts, and he had this track behind his house, and they just raced 5Ts, and it was just awesome to watch.
They're what, 50cc? Are they 50cc?
I don't know. Davey, do you know?
You could probably get one that big. I know they put 70s in the monster trucks and stuff.
That'd be a machine.
They do 40, 50 mile an hour.
Yeah.
Stock, but it's this 80-pound object. But again, for some reason, that's cooler than a Honda Civic going down the road at highway speeds.
And I never realized how heavy they were till today. I picked the front end up.
Yeah, they're not light.
Shit.
Oh yeah, but
could you imagine marshalling those?
no.
Well, if you get on like RC Racing TV, like overseas,
they have the 5th scale Euros. Yeah,
they do 5th scale buggy, like the European
Really?
Championships with 5th scale buggies and stuff, and it's really cool to watch. And then that's what it is. It's this massive 5th scale car, and then a guy doing everything he can to flip it back over.
I didn't pay attention. Are those 5Ts? Are they 4-wheel drive?
Yeah,
They are.
Yeah.
The low
And they're
C
literally
ones,
and it's really interesting because the diff cases are the same as the low C 10 scale short course, just
Enlarged.
Yeah.
Enhance.
yeah. And then like Proline makes like hole shots or whatever for fish
Yeah,
scales.
the
and, like,
Badlands. They make Badlands.
for some reason, the thing I like small is cool big, but when it's
Yeah. And
wait
it's
a
cooler
minute, wait a minute,
Cut that out. Cut that out.
Obviously, I like my small things bigger,
than-
but I can't afford the big things, so I just have to accept the small things.
Here's something I want to
How did the
know.
log come out?
I don't have
What?
an answer to it, but I want to know. And I guess I could probably Google it and it'd probably tell me.
Well, I ain't
But I'm
gonna
gonna
know
ask
what.
it anyway.
Well, ask it.
Why carpet tires? Why do carpet tires run open cell foam inserts versus closed cell like dirt does?
I don't know.
So
But like when you run on like loose dirt, you put open cells back in again. Like if
Which
you, like,
makes no
ran
sense
full
because
shots or
carpet
something
has all the
outside
traction
lumber.
in the world.
Yeah. See, I don't know.
So those tires I got from the trash can at LCRC that were Lutz's.
Mhm.
We ran at the Halloween race. I was showing Mike them, and I was like, "These are Lutz's tires," you know. And you know, Uncle Mike being Uncle Mike, just grabbed them. He's like, "Oh, the holes are punched, blah blah blah," and I'm like,
You wizard.
"That dude tuned my radio in my car on the way out."
Did you get your radio back?
Oh yeah, like my actual transmitter. Yeah, no, he tuned my head unit in my car, because we were just talking about like just talking, and we were talking about the sound system in his Subaru, and I was like, I think the sound system's pretty all right in my car. Like it's not it's stock, but I'm like, here, listen, volume up, and I'm like, what do you think? First thing he said is, well, your mid's shot. So I like put on the equalizer bar. I was like, here you go, Mike.
Did he
tune me?
Did he tune it to
Yeah,
Ram Ranch?
no. I was about to play Ram Ranch. But he was like, he was like, put on Breaking Benjamin.
Please.
Put on Diary of Jane by Breaking Benjamin. And then I played that, and he's like, the whole time, this was Mike the whole time, Breaking Benjamin playing. Passenger seat. Hitting his vape.
Yeah.
All right, now put on this
There's other song.
this techno music song. Okay, what's it called? Blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, that sounds pretty good there.
I feel like Mike, when he wants to learn about something, he's got to learn everything about it.
No, I told Mike, I was like, you are more anal than. Yeah, he's
He's a wizard.
I forget yeah.
You're a wizard, Michael.
I'm sleep deprived.
You're Squidward.
I'm Squidward. Navigation's still on. Great. Oh, I'm home.
Good job. I'm glad you made it home.
Yeah.
Tell Uncle Mike you're home so that he knows you're home
Yeah,
safe.
text him like, hey, I made it home.
By the way, I'm home. I'm home and I found my phone.
There was some mini bees racing tonight.
Fast.
I don't know what KV motor was in those things. Like, I had that mini EDM.
Yeah.
With a.
You said it was quick.
These things, whatever is out now, it was some castle setup. I don't know how you could handle them. They were out of control. They were just right down the street, dragging wing the whole way.
Dude, that kid with the mini Grom outside of Motorama just.
He was ripping.
Just in the parking lot. Like, he'd just be like. Yeet! That's awesome.
Did Landon race today?
Yes. He did very well. He didn't win the points series, but he did very well. Maya kicked ass in short course.
Oh, she was out there today.
She kicked ass.
I saw the B main. I was like,
Well, she got fifth in the A main.
Nice.
Yeah, she did very well. It was. I can't figure out this carpet thing, but everyone else can, and that's great. It's awesome to watch.
That's what I texted Mike today. I was like, "How's your race day going?" And I didn't hear back from him, and I was like, "I bet he's racing right now." So I brought up live RC and he was racing. I was like, "That's when I accidentally texted you, like, oh, looks like you're having a good Q2."
Yeah.
And when he talked to me later, he's like, "Yeah, you should have seen the main."
But Mike was saying how, because we were talking about going to Mimi's next weekend, And
Oh yeah, that's.
I was
next week.
like, so what do you think about Mimi's? And he's like, I don't know. Now that we did this one day thing of driving 3 hours one way and then 3 hours back, he's like, I get it for why you do it. Talking about me announcing. He's like, I get it for that. But like, doing it as racing, it sucks. He's like, during the second qual, like, I was so sleep deprived. Like, I was either, I had to focus on not shaking or focus on not wrecking. But not both of them at the same time. He's like, I wasn't shaking because I was nervous. It was just because,
He was tired.
you know, I've been up since midnight. And now it's 5 o'clock the next day. And like, just, you know, and he only slept for 2 hours or whatever. And I get that. 100%. Davey, I'm sure, gets it. And you sure get it. We both did it for different reasons. And I don't know. It's kind of cool to say you did it. And it's way cheaper to do it that way. But like,
At that point, though, I'd rather drive that far for like, you know, a 2-3 day race.
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, like, and that's my thing. If I'm getting a hotel, I want to be racing the same day that I'm staying the night at the hotel. Both, like,
Yeah.
waking up and going to sleep. To me, like, I don't know. I'm kind of cheap in that aspect. If I can just drive there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But also, it's really nice too. Like if I race at WOCRC, that's an hour away. If I race at TR or 412, it's like an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But that's a nothing drive to
Yeah,
get
that's
home.
Yeah, which
you
is
know?
all in the okay range.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even, like, Richfield for being a little under 3 hours from here in LCRC, it's not nothing, like going to Tim's or 412 or whatever.
Yeah.
But it is, you know, you think about it and you're like, as long as someone's with me. And then it's like, it's going to kind of suck, but whatever, we're going to do it.
At least you got someone with you though to help keep you awake.
But yeah,
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
put
I've
trains
done
and
the
lanes
Adriatic trip by myself
That was like out
before.
by
It's
Philly, wasn't
no
it?
planning.
farther. Because it was,
Oh really?
you know how we're in the bottom left corner?
It was in the bottom right.
We
The
drove
trains
to
and
the
lanes
top
was
right.
the top right
Oh,
corner.
I didn't know it was north.
Yeah,
northeast.
it took me longer to get to trains and lanes than it took me to get to where I was stationed at in New Jersey.
Wow.
Yeah,
But for some reason, the drive home was still better than the drive home from Adrenaline.
and I think that was because it was the back roads.
Yeah, it's not
See, I don't
fun at
mind
all.
the drive to Adrenaline. I don't mind that drive at all.
Well,
taking the back
you
way.
take the you might know the back way better than I do too.
Yeah.
I take the back.
going
I
down
take
over
the
the
back way
mountain?
through like Addison and stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, that yeah.
I take the super back way.
Yeah.
Going down ain't bad. It's coming back when
Yeah,
you know you're on hour 30 of being awake
just never.
and you're out of
ends.
smelling salts.
I'm just staring at my nitro buggy on my desk now, and then just
Good
daydreaming.
nitro buggy.
Crap.
I didn't realize how close Richfield was to LCRC.
Yeah, it's only 15 minutes away.
No, it's like 13. I drove like it's
Fuck
closer.
you.
Like, because
It's
Mike
actually
said, Mike was
12
like,
minutes,
yeah, it's only
32
15 minutes
seconds.
down the road. And I'm like, you know, not that I'm like trying to disprove anyone's theory, but like, you know, how many times do we say like, oh, it's only 15 minutes down the road and it might be 10 or it might be 20.
Did you like drive past LCRC or something?
Yeah, literally drove past LCRC and we were like, soon as we rubbed the window,
Well, like
you know, and then it's like, oh, we're at Richfield.
I only raced at LCRC
Basically,
one
by the
time,
time you get to Sal's, it's Richfield. What?
but I've stopped at LCRC.
Past Sal's.
I've stopped at LCRC to the hobby shop quite a few times, and like they would always promote Richfield. Of
course,
carpet
yeah.
track. You know what I mean? He's like, that's why I say it's only 15 minutes away because that's what they would tell me.
And like it literally.
it's 13.
Yeah. Well, my point
You
is, it's
drive the
closer
speed
than.
limit.
What was that, Dave?
It says 15 minutes if you drive the speed limit.
We were doing the speed limit, honestly, because like we were making great time. Because I didn't have to worry about you dragging your ass in sheets. So like,
Austin ran pretty good tonight, actually.
straight to the A. Would you guys run intermediate or was it open?
It was just they just ran a stock 17.5 class.
As it should be.
As it should be.
Yeah, he ran good. I don't know where he ended up. I want to say he ended up 4th or 5th in his main, which I didn't think he was that far back. You know what? No, I was like, I had to marshal his race, so I couldn't really follow it. But something broke in his car because it started. You could see it like rolling. I don't know if a sway bar come detached or something like that, but it did start.
Doing
But-
funky things.
His car looked really
Good.
and he didn't touch his radio. He's been listening to you.
We just keep turning it down every time we get our hands on it. It's weird how he gets better.
Have you ever really like looked at Sandwall's interface? Now, Davey, you it probably doesn't bother you, but that M17 confuses the shit out of me. I feel like I'm looking at a computer screen from like the 80s. I feel like I'm looking at DBS.
You got a Noble, so you're leaps and bounds beyond all of us.
Yeah, you have the user interface that's 1,000 times better.
I was talking.
Mine's like I'm
Touch
holding an
whatever you want,
iPhone.
like
It really
that,
is.
yeah.
Like it's super easy. I got icons. Like I'm shocked you can't have a Pornhub on there. You know what I mean? Like a little black and orange emblem.
I was messing with Ethan Mechanic because he's got a Noble too, and he set it down like right in front of me during the practice sessions after he was done and went out to Marshall. And I was like, "Oh, look at this, one of them fancy Nobles. You like it?" And he's like, "It's not bad." I was like, "Are they durable? Like, what happens when I do this?" And I grabbed it and I went to didn't throw it. But I like how it has, like, I don't know. I never really looked at yours, see if it has, but it has, like, the red brake caliper in the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which
mine don't have that, but yeah.
But I was like, are these fucking Brembos, Ethan, or what? Like,
Yeah, they're ones.
Speaking of, I was thinking about, you got grip wrap while we were at the factory for your radio. And I wanted to get some, but they didn't have purple. You know, I wanted to match the color scheme. Well, I was walking around Walmart today, and I got to thinking, I was like, that shit is very similar to like what's on tennis rackets, stuff like that.
Or you can just get horse tape at like an Aglet.
I literally rate it. You go to Walmart, you only got 2 color choices, white or black. But for $4, you can get 3 or 4. I think there's 3-foot sections for $4.
Oh, look at
Same.
that!
It's the
How
same.
the
And
RC
it's
industry
racket
marks
tape,
up something for less.
Yeah.
Or the
So save
baseball,
yourself a
or
little
for
bit of
the
money.
holding on the baseball bat ones, or hockey tape.
Yep.
Some people use hockey.
But-
That was one of mine. I had hockey tape on mine.
I didn't want the hockey tape. I didn't want that grippy.
Horse tape works pretty good too.
What the fuck is horse tape?
Like for like a horse with a broken leg, but they don't want to shoot it, so they heal it.
I am thinking we're gonna touch base on the douchebag, douche canoe subject again. I am thinking about retiring my douche boxes and going to something like, what are they? The Pro Line bags, like the roller bag cart box.
I know
things.
someone that might sell you one.
I wanted to see, Davey, if you'd let me. I just want to borrow yours.
Oh, here we go.
Just to try it.
Oh, well,
You know what I mean?
it's right here.
Give it to you right
but-
now. Here.
Because I would like to try one before I buy one. The Husky boxes I have. The only issue I have is the latches that lock the stacks together. They fucking, like tonight I was lifting it in my car and I grabbed it by the top handle and it should have fucking held. Instead it like separated, smacked me in the shin, pissed me off, and I just fucking chucked it in the car then.
So you got to clean up all your tools laying around your.
No, that's one thing I
work.
kind of consolidated a bunch of shit because it had happened before and then like I had a mess inside. So I have it kind of set up to where that won't happen.
I
if
still
it
think
dips.
my shit's the best.
No, I like yours. Another thing too, like I don't want to like how many sets of fucking douche boxes has Austin been on? He had what? Craftsman Milwaukee. He's on Flex now. I don't want to play that game. That's too much fucking money for me to spend. Like,
After seeing, I haven't done as much research as Davey, but I've looked.
Davey, the first thing
Yeah.
I saw when I walked in here was that fucking label maker, and I laughed.
But like I've looked at how people do their douche boxes a little bit, and like at the end of the day, I still, for the price especially, I love how mine's set up.
No, I'm happy with like how mine is. It's just.
But I'm saying I get the durability and the modular. Now, like the Milwaukee and the Klein are like the most modular.
I would say probably the Klein is the nicest out of all of them.
Well, to me, the Klein looks the same as the Milwaukee, just orange shit
and
instead of
gray,
red shit.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But they're for what they are, they're too fucking expensive.
See, but like the power, there's nothing stopping from me going to Tony or someone with the big ass sticker machine and getting mine wrapped.
That sounds like a little.
I mean, I could get this wrapped too.
Yeah, but I mean, I got more flat, flush surfaces than you do. Is my point. It would look.
There we go, douche wraps.
Douche wraps. Yeah, that'll go on the website. Well, I'm about out of conversation, honestly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I'm
Definitely,
dog tired. You're dog tired, Davey. We're all dog
He's
tired.
cat
I
tired.
mean, yeah, and I'm not even drunk, so that doesn't help. So
So what Davey's saying is, tonight, he's going to get drunk by himself, put a belt around his neck, and jerk off.
So
oh,
yeah. Any closing remarks?
no.
No. I don't know how long this is gonna be till
This
I
is
add it
the
all
first
together.
virtual one, if this makes it out.
Yeah. So like and
How did,
make.
how did the vlog come?
Well, you gotta be here because we gotta do things, and I don't know.
He misses you.
Okay.
He misses
And
you.
yeah, I miss you. Oh, I want to say real quick to our lovely followers.
All 7 of you.
Yes.
Damn, Seth.
So we figured out how to do this Discord thing, so we're one step closer to doing this live. To go Facebook Live, we need 100 likes and 100 follows on the Facebook page before we can go live. So we literally can't go live without your help. So
Well, you could do it on YouTube.
Share
if
it
you
to your
want.
grandmother.
Yeah, but
Share it to your auntie.
I want to be able to stream both at the same time, like
I mean,
all the
you'll
others
get
do.
there.
Just walk around to people's phones, grab them, say, hey, can I borrow your phone?
Yeah,
And subscribe.
And then thanks for the
Like we did it when we were at one.
yeah.
And then
But,
just make a bullshit phone call and make
so-
it look like you did it.
Like, share, subscribe to YouTube, to Facebook, to Spotify. Comment. Let us know what you think about this. Give us some input. Bad, mean, worse, whatever.
This one was kind of a lull. We're all
Yeah, we're all tired, and this is all.
You'll
all
have
one big
some
mess.
misses, you'll have some hits, you'll have some misses.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, we're still looking for the hits.
we're trying to just get a good average here.
We're just trying to get good at the missing part.
We're just trying to get hits. We're not trying to get grand slams. We're just trying to get on
We're
base.
batting zero so far, but
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
yeah.
I mean, what number is this even?
4?
No, 3, because then you...
No, this is 4.
Is it?
Yes.
Supposed to be 5, but it's 4.
Yeah, but here we are.
Yeah.
Well, here we are. Well,
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, hey, I'll go on about that later. Yeah, let's call it.
what are we calling it?
Oh,
Number
we got to
4.
do the thing, but virtual. So you remember. So, goodbye, everyone. And remember.
Can we do, wait, if we, that's like, that is for you? Okay.
That's how it's going to be for the stream. Well, you got to do the other
Are
way.
you sure? I
Yeah.
think it's going to be Ride or
No,
Die's
I
going into
already
bathroom.
played it.
Ride or Die's going in to drink out of the toilet.
Do the other thing.
This is gay.
I'll do it this way, whichever way.
No, you just your left hand. Yeah, now put it at the end of your window.
The hell.
Yeah, ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Hey!
Okay. Anyway.
That is totally opposite on my
All right.
screen.
All right. So we're gonna call it, Davey.
Everybody just remember to like, share, and subscribe, all that jazz, and remember to keep it on its wheels. Remember to keep it in between the pipes. And Pookie, what do we say?
Taxation is theft, and always pay your waitresses in cash.
And slow is fast.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.